let's go ahead and move on to our first session. We're really excited because if you've seen a plane fly in the air, or if you've seen maybe a submarine in the water, or anything in between in the transportation, you might have seen a Boeing product. But we're really excited about Boeing because what they offer here in Missouri, in the St. Louis metro area, are high-paying jobs. In fact, they're one of the largest manufacturers by the amount of employees they hire and put to work each day in the state of Missouri. So with that, let's go ahead and see the awesome aerospace production products that they make each day right here in St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey everyone, my name is James DeWeese, and I'm the Manufacturing and Safety Leader for our Air Dominance Division for our Boeing Defense business. And I gotta tell you, I'm very excited to be with all of you celebrating World Manufacturing Day right here from Boeing St. Louis. Now, I'll tell you, St. Louis has a very rich history of aerospace manufacturing, from the Mercury and Gemini capsules of the early days of the space program, to the thousands of F-4 Phantoms built, to military weapon systems, to our iconic F-15s, like you see behind me, and our F/A-18 Super Hornets, and now production of the 777X commercial airliner, our T-7A Red Hawk trainer, and our MQ-25 autonomous air refueler. All products built right here, the largest manufacturer in the state of Missouri, Boeing. We employ over 16,000 across Missouri and Illinois at 3 manufacturing sites across this region. And Boeing St. Louis is at the forefront of advanced manufacturing techniques. We are developing economic job growth opportunities here at Boeing that will grow the aerospace industry and aerospace manufacturing right here. We currently partner with St. Louis Community College, and we offer a free of charge. St. Louis Community College offers the free of charge pre-employment training program that can lead to a career in manufacturing at Boeing. And you know we are always looking for great talent, teammates right in our own backyard. We would love for you to join our growing team, work on the most exciting, innovative aircraft in the world today. So again, I'm very excited to be with you on World Manufacturing Day, celebrating World Manufacturing Day. And without further ado, let's take a closer look at some of our operations right here at Boeing St. Louis.
I just like to say that at Boeing, my experience has been wonderful, and there's been so much room for growth.
Here at Boeing, doing composite technician, I'm just inspired, continuously inspired. So just motivated.
Love for the product, love for the people, love for the process. I am a defense girl. I take a lot of pride in what we do to support our military, and I love to see these jets take off.
You know, when you tell people you work at Boeing or you build the F-18, I take pride in that. And my kids just love that I say their mama work at Boeing.
At Boeing, there's so many different functions and career opportunities, pathways that you could explore. And I'm currently at a place where I would like to determine what pathway I would like to take next. And I see myself working with the company for a long time.
The opportunities here are absolutely endless. You are the only hurdle or limit to your potential here. You can go anywhere, you can do anything, you can get educated in degrees across multiple disciplines and keep growing as far as your mind and heart desire.
A lot of people are hungry to learn, to build a career, build a new life here. So the opportunities are there. Many people are eager to work and to learn.
The future of Boeing St. Louis is very bright. And more than ever, our customers need our products, which means we need the skilled workforce to help build and deliver our products, both in the military side and also the commercial side. The military side for national security and the commercial side for connecting people and their families.
Boeing is a staple, not just here in St. Louis. Boeing is a staple in the world, like all the way from space all the way down to the deep depths of the water. Like we're included, we're relevant, and to consistently be relevant, for years and years and years. Like, who wouldn't want to be a part of that, right?
This is a company that is very supportive of its employees. The training program, the instructors, our production systems training managers, everyone is here for the support of the employees.
I'm pursuing an engineering degree right now through Boeing. They have the Learning Together program, which pays for a significant portion of your degree. So in 3 years, I'd really like to be in an engineering position at Boeing.
I was able to transition in my own personal life and career from a very successful career as a cosmetologist into a career in new production on fighter jets, which I found absolutely fascinating. And from there, the doors just kept opening.
Literally, we're making airplanes. There's no way, I would never imagine myself right now today making airplanes.
I have no desire to leave the Boeing company. I am here until I retire. It's the people, it's the product, it's the amazing things that we do every day.
The people make my job great. Boeing as a whole, to say that we build aircraft. I'm on the fighter jets. I love telling people that. And so when I work at Boeing, I love what I do, from starting off as an assembly mechanic, and I was actually building the aircraft myself, to even moving over into management. Like, I still love it. It's worth the reward at the end for me.
That was exciting. And now I want to work for Boeing and maybe have an opportunity. We're going to speak with James DeWeese, the Vice President of Manufacturing and Safety of Air Dominance for Boeing Defense, Space, and Security. James, thank you for being a part of Manufacturing Day 2024. It's a pleasure to have you back. You have the shop floor.
All right. Can you hear me okay?
Good to go.
Okay, great. Hey, first and foremost, good morning, Missouri. I'm super excited and humbled to be here, be with you all today. You got a chance to see some of a sneak peek of the things that we do here at Boeing St. Louis. And I'll tell you the uniqueness of our products. It's about protecting our country. It starts right here in St. Louis. We are building the most complex, awesome products that help our country from seabed to space. We connect, we protect, and we're exploring across the board. And we've been here for decades in St. Louis, and we have a rich history here, as was mentioned in the video, that we are proud of. And we're committed to Missouri, and we're committed to St. Louis, and we're growing, and we're investing. So, with that said, happy Manufacturing Day. Super excited and humbled to be here again, and look forward to some questions.
Great. Thanks, James. Really excited to have you again. We do have some questions coming out. We ask if you have any questions, please go ahead and submit them in the Q&A, and we'll go ahead and send them on over to James. We do have a question that just came in. Fair Play Jag. Can you tell us more about the community partnership, free training, and the acceptance rate for being a Boeing employee?
Absolutely. So we have a partnership with the St. Louis Community College. And through that partnership, we have a program where we have teammates. It's free of charge, where folks go through a 3-month training program prior to coming on to Boeing. And if you pass that program, again, free of charge, you have the opportunity to work here at Boeing. And I say that I don't know the exact acceptance rates, but I believe that they are pretty high. So they're simplified. They teach and they coach individuals for those 3 months to learn about things like drilling, performing structures type activity and work before coming on to our training program here on site.
I've been to that program at St. Louis Community College. It's outstanding. The hands-on that you deliver there and the carbon fiber and the assembly is just is great. I think every student should look into that program that's interested. We have another question coming in. Carleton High School. Do you test the planes in St. Louis? Good question, Carleton.
It depends on. Yeah, it's a great question. It depends on where the program is from a maturity perspective. If we are in early development, we will do test flights out in the desert over in the west coast at a couple Air Force bases. And if it's we've been in production for some time. We have a standard rhythm on the factory floor, where we will build the airplanes, send them to what we call our flight ramp. We'll do some initial tests, and then we'll pre-flight the airplane, and we will test flight with our Boeing employees or our Boeing pilots, and then we will have our customers test fly it, and then eventually they will perform acceptance. So there's some test flying depending on where they're at with the life cycle of the program. So some in the desert during development programs, and then standard test flights here in St. Louis at Lambert Field.
Yeah, I've heard the planes take off there at Lambert, and it's just a rocking sound when they go up in the air.
That's right.
Have you ever had a chance to go up in any of those planes, James?
I have not, and I would worry if I did, I might throw up.
They hit the G-force pretty good, don't they?
They do.
We got some other questions coming in right now. Mrs. K's class wants to know, what's one of the best jobs working at Boeing? Good question,
Well,
Mrs. K.
Mrs. K's class, great question, and it's obviously manufacturing. All jobs here at Boeing, you have the opportunity. If you come on and get that opportunity to be with Boeing, you have an opportunity once you're on to take on a variety of roles, from manufacturing and production operations to an engineering and development, to software engineering, industrial engineering. Or if you want to be in leadership, there is all kinds of avenues. But I would say I started off as a mechanic. Probably one of the best jobs in the world is being able to build and deliver these awesome products that protect our nation. That is so satisfying, and I'd say it's that is the best job.
And really, you have a variety of jobs, don't you, James? From the production side to engineering to even IT,
Absolutely.
marketing and accounting.
Yeah, that's right. From legal, marketing, accounting, advertising, manufacturing, quality, law, software, and we're delving into AI. So there is so many avenues as it applies to jobs here at Boeing, both in St. Louis and outside. So
Fantastic. Got a couple more questions. Lone Jack Elementary School, Mrs. R's fifth grade class asks, how fast do the planes go? Good question.
That's a great question. Let's see. I'll give you a couple stats on a couple of our products that we build. So we build the F-15 Eagle 2. That's around, I'd say, a 2.5 Mach, or right around 1,900 miles per hour is top speed. The FNA 18 Super Hornet, that's around what we call 1.6 Mach, or 1,200 miles per hour. And our T7 trainer that you saw there, it just goes top speed right around 1,000 miles per hour, give or take.
So the F-15 is like the race car of the series that you produce.
That is the dragster. That is the race car.
Okay, we have another question. Thank you, Mrs. R from Lone Jack. Chillicothe High School asked, do any of your engineers work remote?
Great question. I would say some do, but it is few, as we are our core competency is about building aircraft, building products, and we need our engineers and our teammates close to those products to help support that build and delivery to our customers. So I would say it's few. There is some flexibility, but it is few.
Okay, very good. Another question, Mrs. Kilty's class from Pleasant Lee Middle School. Have you made rockets or parts of rockets in St. Louis?
We have. Great question. We have. We don't do it anymore, but really the space race back in the 60s started here in St. Louis with the Gemini program. But we certainly, space is a big part of our defense portfolio, but we do not build rockets or any sort of parts for rockets here in St. Louis anymore.
I mean, a proud history with the Apollo missions, Gemini missions, and I think there's some of that artifacts over at the St. Louis Science Center and some displays there.
Yes, there are, and we also have, which is open to the public, what's called the Prologue Room, right down here in our main building, where we have artifacts and models that show all the different products throughout the years that we've built.
James, is that open to the public?
It is. Yes, it is. Certain times, I don't have the times with me, but it is open to the public. Yes.
Great. If you're a student out there or a teacher and you want to check out the Boeing Prologue Room, go ahead, go online and see if you can find out the dates and the hours of operation. It's a really exciting place, and the history of aerospace and aviation's there. You can get from start to finish. Another question came in from one of your schools here locally, James, University City High School. How many model planes do you have at Boeing? So I guess start with the question, how many planes do you have, different types of planes?
Let's see. How many types of planes? I don't have that exact number. I would say in the commercial side of the business at Boeing, and I'm talking outside St. Louis, so total Boeing, we have, let's see, 3 main models, which is the 737, the 767. I'm sorry, 4 main models, the 777 and the 787. And then obviously for St. Louis in particular, we're building the FNA 18, the F-15, the T-7A, the new MQ-25, and we are also building parts of the 777X commercial airliner.
You know, you mentioned the MQ-25. That's your new autonomous plane, is it not?
That is the new autonomous refueler that we are building for the Navy. So it's a game-changing. When we say autonomous, that's pilotless, and that is game-changing for our Navy customer.
So flown remote. Somebody could be here in Missouri flying the plane over in, say, like, you know, Asia or wherever.
Copy that. Yes.
On that note, we had a student ask a question about drones. How rapid is the drone industry growing, and what are the employment opportunities for a student interested in drones? Good question.
Yeah, that is a great question. I would say the drone industry, the industry within the industry is certainly growing, and we are staying connected with our customers on their needs and demands and demand signals, and to ensure that we are working with them to develop any sort of new technologies as it applies to drones. So we're staying connected there. Our biggest piece is really our MQ-25 that we're building as it applies to drones or that subject.
Fantastic. I know it's something that the students are really interested in. They have access to drones in their schools. Of course, they're not the drones that you make there at Boeing by any stretch, but we're seeing more and more schools on board and have drones that they can test out and use in their classrooms. One last question, James, and then we're going to let you get back onto the shop floor there at Boeing. West Plains JAG asks, what type of schooling or how long of school do you need for an entry-level position at Boeing?
Depends on the position. That's a great question. I'd say from a manufacturing perspective, you do not need a formal schooling or a degree to be an entry level operations or manufacturing personnel on our team. What you do need is some skills, technical skills, and training that you can certainly get, as I mentioned before, through the St. Louis Community College, and then the training that will put you through when you get into the doors at Boeing. But I'll tell you, once you're in the doors at Boeing, you can do anything you want, and we have a great benefits. We have what's called a Learning Together program that basically pays for your schooling and your degree. Entry level, you don't have to have a degree per se, but you have to have some technical skills. Some entry level positions in engineering, you do have to have a degree for your degree, but so that varies a little bit.
Fantastic. Well, James, I've really been excited by the questions you've had today, from West Plains to Fairplay to University City, right there in your backyard almost. It's been some really good questions. We thank the students for putting those in there and the classroom teachers for being here. James, any party shots you'd like to give the students as we go ahead and zoom out and let you get back to the shop floor?
I'll just say thank you for the opportunity to be here in front of all of you. Great questions by the students and the classes. It is a humbling experience, what I do to be able to lead manufacturing and safety for for Boeing in St. Louis and St. Louis region. And I'd say that keep your eye on Boeing as we are growing, and keep an eye on our jobs website, because we are always looking for great talent. So with that said, happy Manufacturing Day and month. And I hope everyone has a great weekend and a blessed day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, James. And thank you to the team at Boeing for keeping us safe and putting some of the best quality aerospace innovations up in the sky and helping our defense all across the globe.